If it's drudgery having to clean up after meals every single day, 3 times a day, then I have a solution for you. A solution that gets the whole family involved and gives you a little bit of a breather and makes it a very joyful process. I'm Lauren, a homeschooling homemaker and a mom of 5. On this channel, I share peaceful, practical ways to bring order into your day and joy into your home. Today, I'm going to show you how one routine transformed mealtime cleanup in our home. It's called SCAMP Time, and it's helped my kids learn responsibility while bringing more joy to our mealtimes. By the end of this video, you will know all about it and how you can start it today. So if you are ready for smoother mealtimes, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell so that you don't miss out on more peaceful homemaking routines like this. So let's talk about what SCAMP Time actually is. It stands for Speedy Clean After Meal Party. And the whole concept actually came from a woman that I highly respect but don't actually know. Her name is Janice Johnson. She's a mother of 11, and she talked about this in an interview with her daughter, Katie Vogtberg, who's on the Now That We're a Family podcast, and I'll link that down below. But basically, SCAMP Time stands for Speedy Clean After Meal Party. The concept is that everybody has a job in the family and you're all working together to get chores after mealtime done quickly and together. So every person has a job, from dad all the way down to the 3-year-old in our family, and we all work together. One person rinses off the dishes and puts them in the dishwasher. Another person wipes the counter. Somebody else sweeps. Somebody else picks up toys. Our 3-year-old picks up toys and then he'll play with the baby. But that is just an example of how it is in our home. We set the timer for 15 minutes. We turn on a really fun playlist because for us, music makes it lighthearted and fun and helps everybody stay focused instead of chit-chatting back and forth. And then we get to work. The idea is that everybody has their focused job and that they diligently work to get it done by the end of the timer. And we set the expectation that everybody works thoroughly, quickly, and diligently. When somebody finishes their job, they run to see how they can help somebody else get their job done because we're all trying to beat the timer together. It's like a shared mission. And this makes it a family bonding experience and helps us feel like we're all on the same team. If someone is distracted and not really working hard and then they don't beat the timer, there is a natural consequence that they get an extra chore. We call it a penalty chore. We try to keep that lighthearted. I have a list nearby that I go to so I don't have to really conjure up something in my mind. But I try to let that consequence carry the weight and hopefully they'll work a little quicker next time. But this has been such a blessing to our family, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. So how do you implement this for yourself? I'm glad you asked. Step 1, you're going to write out the chores for your unique home. You're going to think through what do you want done in the kitchen every day. Step 2, assign chores based on age appropriateness. And you know your own children well enough to know this. But if you need a little help, here's a little chart that I made. It's also in my blog post that I'll link down below. Step 3, and this might take a little time, especially if your kids are not used to helping, you're going to train using the G.R.O.W method. G stands for guide. That's where you explain the chore. You tell them verbally how to do it. R is for replicate, where you're going to model the chore. You're going to show them exactly how to do it. O is for oversee, where you do it together. You may do it a little bit, and then your child does it a little bit. And then W is for watch, where you sit back and you watch them do the chore. This might take doing this a few times, depending on the age of the child, but usually it works really well. Okay, step 4. You're going to print out a chart for everyone to easily refer to. Talk about the plan with your family and set the vision for making it a fun after meal party. This especially works for younger kiddos. Our kids were excited. They enjoyed a lighthearted time of working together towards a common goal. So paint the vision, make it exciting, and post up your chart somewhere where they can all see it. I made a template that you can edit and that you can print, and you can grab that down below. And a little side note, go ahead and make a fun playlist. We have on ours Greatest Showman, Robin Hood, just some lighthearted, fun songs that they can sing to and dance to as they work. Step 5, give it a try. Set the timer for 15 minutes. That's what we do. You can set it for 20. I would actually recommend setting it for 20 just to start out. Give yourself a little bit more flexibility. You can always work back depending on the age of your kiddos, especially. We do 15 minutes and it works just fine for us on a normal night. Okay. And it's one thing to talk about routines, but let me tell you how SCAMP Time actually transformed our meal times and brought a lot more peace to our kitchen. Meals happen 3 times a day. And at the time, there was no structure to our mealtime routine. There was a little bit more chaos. Everybody was distracted. I was constantly nagging the kiddos to help and to focus and to help, let's all get this done. Sometimes I was left doing it all by myself. It was not a joyful experience. We've prayed for years for warmth to increase in our home, show that we delight in our children and enjoy our children more and more. We want the love and the warmth to grow in our home. We want Christ to be reflected. And these mealtime, 3 times a day, it felt a bit like drudgery. And so I was laying in bed one day after a procedure and listening to this interview that I referred to with Janice Johnson. And she explained the whole concept. She said she too was struggling with meal times. She felt like it was hard to get her kids motivated. She was tired of hearing her own, actually, I don't know if she said this. I said this many times. I was tired of hearing my own voice. I felt like I was nagging. I didn't want to nag. She had a similar thing, and her husband came up with this idea. So, anyway, all that to say, I heard it. I got inspired. And right away, as I was laying in bed on bed rest, I just went ahead and wrote out my chart. I wrote out what we were going to do. I actually talked about it with my husband that night and said, hey, what do you think about this? He thought it was a great idea. So we were both on board and we explained it to the kids, and then we started like the next day. And I'm telling you, it made a world of difference. It made it a joyful time. Is it always perfect? Absolutely not. Do I still have to correct my kiddos? Absolutely. But in general, it is a more lighthearted time. And if this is happening 3 times a day, it's so wonderful to have a structure in place that can make it like lighthearted, make it fun, but also get the stuff done. And it trains the kiddos in responsibility. There are smiles, everybody's working together, and it's just a rhythm that helps promote family bonding, responsibility, and stewardship. And it's really blessed our family. So I really hope that you can take this and run with it and that it blesses your home as well. Do your kiddos help with cleanup? Do you have a system that's working in your home? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If this gave you a helpful idea, don't forget to like and subscribe for more homemaking tips. And if you know a mom who's overwhelmed by kitchen cleanup, go ahead and share this with her. Maybe it will bless her as well. Join me at ourwholesomehaven.com. I've got free printables, homemaking resources, and pretty soon we're going to have a homemaking course that I trust is going to majorly bless your home. Sign up for our newsletter so you can hear more about that. I would love to welcome you into our community.